Crochet Designs. My name is Mary, coming to you Saturday mornings live. She needs to calm down today, guys. Running around, going crazy. We are having some connection issues. We're going to be like that today. And we'll talk about what's happening with our connection when everyone starts getting on. Yes, we will. But in the meantime, let me clean up my desk, which should have been done before, but it wasn't. Hi, Barbara. You're first in, first served, darling. First in, best dressed, and all that jazz and all that jazz. All right, so she's gone nuts already, guys. Pop your live chat or all chat and not your top chat, or you will miss out. Hi, Cara. Lovely to have you here, hun. Lovely to have you here. Haven't forgotten about your live antics. That's coming up in about, might be next week. Let's see. We've got Ashley. We've got Sherry. Oh, it could be next. Could be this week. Could be. Kiki's in the house. Beautiful green butterflies in the house. Hi, Green. First time I catch you live early. Well, Cara, you were pretty much second on. Barbara was the first one on. I think it was Barbara. Was it Barbara? No, yes, it was. Barbara was first on and you were second. So, Cara, you not only caught me early, you were like second in line. Oh, so exciting. She loses a plot today. Today, guys, very, very unusual day. Now, let me talk about real quickly before we move on. 2 days ago, those, I was about to say nasty words then, bad neighbours that we've been building for years. Well, it's been about just on a year, not really years. I like to exaggerate a little bit, yeah? Apparently, they sent their NBN guys in to sort up all the NBNs for the unit the other day. So we lost connection, which, lucky I actually had just uploaded the tutorial, the final part of the tutorial, and then we lost connection. And then I thought, oh my gosh, please tell me it went up. So I was checking my my phone, because you've got mobile data with your phone, and there it was. So the connection and the tutorial, it had just gone up, and just as it went up and it showed, done, then that's when connection went. And I thought maybe it was my tutorial, but apparently the fellas were saying that they were working outside. It wasn't supposed to happen, and it did. And anyway, so there you go, moving right along. We lost connection. Don't you love it? It was minor, very minor. Now, that's not the problem, because it was very quick. The connection was back. Everything was fine. But this morning, just before I got on, we lost connection again. But I'm hoping it wasn't for the same issue, because there's no men working outside today. And the connection did go back on literally moments before I got on. I thought, oh my gosh, we've got no connection. How am I going to get onto live? And I was ready to make a post. And as I was starting to make the post, the spinning came back and everything was back to normal. And I thought, okay, such dramas for too early in the morning for my liking. Kiki, have you seen your little Easter bag with your color combinations? So cute. And look at all the yummies inside. Look at the yummies inside, a little Easter bunny. Oh, and a little chocolates. There was like 8 of them or 6. Now we're down to 2. I don't know who's been eating them. It's somebody else. It's not me. But there you go, Kiki. Look at that. Simply divine. Now, it is a small bag. I did the small bag on purpose specifically to give as an Easter gift. So when you give your young one an Easter gift, you give your young girl or boy, depending on whether he likes orange, yellow, an Easter bag that goes with it. So they not only get your chockies, but they get the Easter bag. And if you are one that doesn't like to give chockies, or your little one can't have chockies, you can give them an Easter bag and fill them with whatever you want. So there you go. It's way too easy, yeah? And I've lost all the chat. Well, excuse me. What a time, says Green. Let's have a drink. Cheers. Hi, Middle. Elaine says, hi, I've been waiting 5 minutes and your TV won't let me in. Oh, TV? What TV? What are you talking about? It's not on TV. How rude. I know, Kiki. How rude. Kenneth. Oh my gosh, Kenneth. Big cyber hug for Kenneth. We never get to see Kenneth. Lovely to have you on, darling. Lovely to have you here. Elaine, that's a very rude thing to say. I know, right, Cara? This is very rude. Bad girl, Elaine. Bad girl. All right, so I did, but I still can't comment on YouTube videos from my mobile for some reason. Oh, that's funny, yeah. I think I have a regular size bag pattern. I like that from you for years. From you for years. But you mean YouTube TV? Oh, well, it's not my fault. Blame YouTube. No, blame YouTube. I did. No, I didn't. I literally blamed connection because we were having a lot of connection issues. And oh, look at this. I'm having a really bad hair day. Look at that. It's not dry yet. Wee! Wee! Look what she's doing live. Oh, what is in that? What? Hello? What? Hell? No, I don't know what's in there. Guys, she's so naughty. We have a very big live today. Well, big like normal, but just as big, but it's a different live. Well, no, it's the same. She can't make up her mind. It's the same live, but the yarn that someone is going to choose today for live antics is going to be a different kind of project. Now, some of our other projects have been small, and for the next week, they're going to be small projects. But this particular one is not a real big one, and it's not a small one. It's kind of like an in-between. It's not a box. Even though it looks like I'm showing a box. Water time says green. Cheers, green. Now, if you're new to our channel and you don't know what Live Antics is, we put your names all in a hat here, right there. And you get to choose the color combination of our very next tutorial, which will happen of the next week. This week, we are getting 3 Live Antics projects. 3. I'm catching up this week for 2 reasons. One, we've cleared out all our big projects. So it means I need to do a video vlog on Friday to talk about another big project coming up very soon. Look at her shake. Breathe in, breathe out. I start to shake when I think about it. Whenever I think about crocheting something new, I start to shake. So this particular project, I went like this because there's 4 colors and you get to choose just one. You can use wool and you can use acrylic. Now, this one is not happening for this week. It's happening next week. Now, this week you're getting, and I'll just tell you real quickly, Ashley's Live Antics. Hers was purple. You're getting Cherry Cathy's Live Antics, and Cherry Cathy's was blue. And you're getting Cara's Live Antics, and Cara's was orange, green, yellow. So this week, 1 color only, but it's a nice big color. It's not a small project. It's a good size project. So keep that in mind. Mary Jane, how are you, Mary Jones? And it's the lovely Laurie. Laurie's in here. Hello, hello. And beautiful Yvonne has arrived. Lovely to see everyone coming in. Green, I don't know if I did that water time. Let's just do another one for the sake of doing it. Cheers. Water time, everyone. Sadly, it's just water. I wanted it to be something more, but it's too early in the morning for more. The eyes go up. It's too early in the morning. Now, you might see a little bit more changes here. I've taken off all my yarn to have a play. I started cleaning up with the reds of the reds, the creams of the creams, and it's taking me forever. We got your light blues and your dark blues coming around here. I don't understand how people do it. A small amount like this took me nearly an hour. I thought, what? Can't be that difficult, can it? It kind of was. So I pulled out a handful just before the live so that we can do our live antics. Now, just quickly before we start, this week's tutorial was ta-da, the David Beckham tie. Don't you love it? It was the David Beckham inspired tie. Now, if you don't know who David Beckham is you're going to worry about that. He is a fabulous, actually was, I believe he might be retired. I'm not sure, actually. Fantastic soccer player. Now, soccer's also one of my big loves. I always watch the World Cup every 4 years. I love it. I haven't seen Mr. Beckham in any soccer matches for a while, so I'm just assuming he's retired. But he really is a fashionista, if you want to call him that. He doesn't wear your silk and your plain ties, your satin ties. He goes right into the fancy stuff. When I say fancy, I mean us. He wears the crochet cotton or woolen ties or acrylic ties. So I thought, why not do a tie in honor of him? Because, hey, why not? And he was recently spotted wearing his crochet tie. So I don't know if he made it, but it's a crochet tie and he was spotted wearing it. So there you go. Mr. Beckham loves our crochet. Who cares? He loves crochet. We care. Other people might not, but we do. So we did the David Beckham inspired tie and we did parts 1 and 2 of the Easter bag. Now complete. So if you have done part 1, part 2 was uploaded, or I don't know when. Was it yesterday? I don't know when it was uploaded. It was, well, it would have been yesterday because that's when we lost the connection. Whenever it was uploaded, then we lost the connection. So there you go. Was that Dorothy? It was Dorothy. Ellipsis. How are you? She gets like 3 names there. No, she gets 4. Hang on. Dorothy, ellipsis. You get 5 names, Dorothy. Now, wait a minute. The middle ones are the same name. They're just different timing. Middle says, I'm here just eating supper. You eat, honey. You eat. Take your time. We're not in a hurry. Well, not yet. Not yet. It's still early. Having said that, just in case we lose connection, I will hold this live antics over to Wednesday. This is just in case we lose connection. I haven't seen any men working out there today. So whatever happened this morning might have been like a little freak accident. It was very minor and it was very short. So I'm thinking, oh gosh, please don't let it be like it was the other day. When I say short, let's hope it doesn't happen again. All right, so moving right along, what's happening this week on the channel? Like I said, you will be getting a from Ashley's colour and a from Cherry Cathy's colour and from Cara's colours. You got that? Those are the 3 items you're getting. Do you understand that? You've got 3 happening. Oh, I've already started one. One so naughty. One is nearly complete, so that'll be ready by Monday. They're not large projects. They're fairly small, so keep in mind they won't be very large projects. But they're exciting nonetheless. I think they are. Well, especially 2. The other one is just cute. Don't you love it? But the other 2, I think you can actually get use out of them. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Oh, you nearly saw colour then. All right. Where were we? All right. We're right. Where were they at least eye candy? Actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, Kiki, but no. No, absolutely not. Oh, that's terrible. Imagine what they thought of me. Because they come around early in the morning to talk to me about it. They did say that they were digging up at the front and we needed to move one of the cars, right? Well, they wanted to know if it was our car. And I thought, what are you digging for? And he said, NBN. And I went, ooh. I said, no, it shouldn't affect us. Bang, halfway through the day, gone. It wasn't out for long, but it was out. And you could still, I think you could still use a 3G, the old, when I say old version, some people are probably still using it. You could still use that. So it clicks over to a really slow mode, but that doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for any of my items. So what was the point of that? You know, I'm still watching in bed, not well. Are you still unwell, Catherine? I mean, Catherine Green, you're still unwell. Hi, Catherine, by the way. That's what I meant to say. Hi, Catherine. That's a shame. Let's give Green a quick side hug because she's still unwell. Green, you get better soon, darling. And what was that? Well, that makes me so much, it makes it so much worse. I know, right? At least if they were eye candy, it would take the sting off a little. I know, right? Well, to be fair, I can't see them. And the only reason I knew they were doing this because they came to the door. I can't see them where I am. Where we live, there's all these other houses in front of us and at the back they've got like fences and I can't see any of the builders, so it wouldn't make a difference to me. Marty! Hi, Marty! My ears were burning when I came in and I then saw you were talking about eye candy. Oh, oh, good on you, Marty. Lovely to have you here. We're talking about yesterday, we had builders here for the neighbours building. These builders have been driving me nuts. They came to the door and asked if one of the cars at the front was ours because they needed to dig holes for the NBN. And then we lost connection during the day. It wasn't much. It really wasn't long. but it was out, and I actually uploaded the tutorial, and then bang, the connection was gone, and I thought, oh my gosh, please tell me the tutorial actually went up. I was paranoid because it literally, the second it went up, we lost connection, and I thought it's either sitting in limbo and not gone up, or I don't know. So I had to check my phone, and you could use mobile data on your phone. So I used that, and it had gone up. So that was a bonus. But the yeah, and then Kiki was saying it was, at least were they eye candy? No. No. How naughty am I? So naughty. Hi to everyone. I'm in the process of organising my yarn. Go, Laurie. Go, Laurie. Go, Laurie. Go, Laurie. Well, just in time, guys, for those of you arriving now, we are going to start putting names in the hat for Live Antics. If you're just arriving, we did Kiki's Live Antics colours right here, gorgeous, with our gorgeous little Easter bag. It's like a gift bag, so you can gift to your young one during Easter. And, you know, even if you didn't want to give Easter eggs away, you can pop some gifts in there and give them to them as a gift instead of using chocolates. I know a lot of people are opting not to purchase chocolates for the young ones, but you know what, kids are kids, and I reckon they deserve chocolates. But anyway, that's just me. That's just me. It doesn't happen every day, it's just during Easter. So anyway, moving right along, we are going to do Live Antics now. Live Antics is when you get to choose a color from some of the yarn I've got on the table. You're going to love this one. This is a really good Live Antics. You must be a part of this one. You must. There's not an extreme brightness of colors, but there's a couple of light colors. And I found an old color that Bendigo Woolen Mills no longer makes that particular color. They make others that are similar, but this one is the best looking one, I think. I hope they bring this one back. But anyway, all right. So today we're going to choose colors, and we're going to start picking names. All I would like for you to say right now, guys, is yes, if you want to be a part of Live Antics. Now, I've got some people already saying yes, which is fantastic. We've got Yvonne and Elaine already saying yes. So just say yes, or even the letter Y. Last week, someone said they didn't get in, but it's because you have to say yes. If you don't say yes or Y, I can't put you in. Yeah. Hi, Ashley. Lovely to have you here. Just in time, we're putting names down for Live Antics. So what I'm going to do is just find some names already. I may have to update these names because they're getting really, really old. They're getting really, really old. Oh, Laurie's here, so we'll pop Laurie in. Laurie, you're in the hat, darling. Oh, and I nearly lost that on the floor. Dorothy, dot. I hope you are still here. Let's have a look. Are you still here? Let me know if you're still here. I'll leave you right on the Easter bag. Luana, I haven't seen Luana come in. I'll pop that there for now. Linda, Janice, Sherry Cathy. Was Sherry Cathy here? I'll pop you on the Easter bag as well. Amanda, Marty, you're in the house, darling. You want to be a part of Live Antics? I'm going to pop you on the Easter bag. Please let me know if you want to be a part of Live Antics, guys. I'm seeing names go up. I just want to see if I've got the names here first before I go on. Kiki, you said yes, didn't you? Looking. Yes. Okay, Kiki, you're in, baby. You're in, baby. Oh, Dorothy's there. Dorothy, you said yes. Oh, did I? Yes. Yes, eating breakfast. Oh, nice, Dorothy. There you go, darling. Your name is super in the hat. Gina's not here yet. We'll keep her on the Easter bag. She might roll up. Catherine was in the house. Did she say yes? Did Catherine say yes? Yes, she did. Catherine, darling, you are in the hat. Okay. Crazy Poppy's not here. Nifty's not here. Pamela, no. Angela, no. Michelle, no. Ashley's in the house. Ashley is always a part of it, so I'll pop it in. Let me know if you don't want to be. Middle. Honey, you did say yes. You're in. Bonnie's not here. I'll pop it on the Easter bag. You never know. Cara, you've already got your name in, but you can still do it again. Cara says yes. In you go. All right, so Wendy's not here. Elaine, darling, you're in the hat, honey. In the hat. All right, so Little Creek's not here. Tina, not here. She might pop in. I don't know. Fluffy's not here. Sometimes she pops in a little bit later. Green is here. Green, even though you're sick, you're in the hat. I hope you feel better soon, darling. I really do. Yvonne, did I always put your name in? No, that was Elaine. Yvonne, you're in the hat. Come on, Mary, get it right. Laura's not here. Oh, was she here? Pop her on the back of the bag. Camille's not here yet. And Margaret's not here. So let's see names I didn't say. Okay. Said Kiki. Laurie's in the hat. Kara's in the hat. Ashley's in the hat. Catherine's in the hat. Mary J is not in the hat. Mary J. I should write down there the better Mary. You're the better Mary. No, I'm a good Mary too. But I'm sleeping, my dad used to say. Mary J. I was always a good girl when I was asleep. That's a terrible thing, isn't it? Okay, so just woke up. Yes, we've got that. Mary J, middle, you're in. Mary J's in. Dorothy is in. Kara's in. Double bed in my kids' room broke yesterday. Oh, that's no good. Green's done. Ashley. Are you here, guys, and you haven't heard your name pop in the hat? Can you please let me know? Now, I think I put some names here. Marty, I saw you get on. I'll pop your name in the hat, but if you're not here when I call it out, I may have to get somebody else to do it, but I know you want to be a part of it. So I popped your name in the hat. Who is here that hasn't seen me put their name in the hat? Please let me know if you want to go into that hat. Yeah. We have 4 colors to choose from today. And actually, they're 4 different colors. 2 could be a match, but we only want 1 color out of the 4. So it's a big choice today. And even though one of the colors might be dark, don't be frightened to choose a dark one, because the actual pattern that I'll be doing, I can do a starting pattern in a different color and then just finish it in the darker color. So don't be frightened to choose a dark color, because I always say, oh, don't choose black because you can't see black online. But I'm thinking twice now, because I never make anything in the blacks or the dark grays or the dark brown, because it's too hard to see on the channel. So some of the projects can be started in a bright color for you to see the pattern, and then all you have to do is see the final part where we're slip stitch to join and cast off and weave in ends. So that's the easy part that you don't really have to see a lot, because throughout the tutorial you do see me weave in ends in the bright color. Yeah. So if you wanted to choose one of the darker colors, don't be frightened, because I can still use them on the channel in a different way when it comes to, if you see me put a dark color in Live Antics, know that it can be used in that project, and you will be able to see it, because I will start with a different color, so a bright color, so you can see. That's all I wanted to mention about that, because I've noticed we don't make anything in dark colors. Not that I want everything to be black, but this is not exactly a black anyway, but it gives you a choice to choose a darker color, to choose a darker color, So we don't always have to have the yellow and the orange and whatever else you've chosen, although we don't get orange very much, which is Anyway, moving right along. If you have not heard your name being called out, please let me know. We are popping names in a hat to do our Live Antics, for one person to get to choose one color today for the very next tutorial, but not this week, the next week. Yeah, so this pattern will be next week. You'll love this pattern. You will. I believe you will. This will be something that you can, it's essential, put it that way. Yeah. So who has not heard me call their name out, please let me know if you haven't heard me call your name out. Green, it's not good that you're still unwell, but glad you can still join and get better soon. I hope I call Green's name out now, because she's unwell. Oh, I don't like seeing people unwell. I really don't. I know how bad I feel. I have empathy. It's a very scary thing, empathy. A very scary thing. It's sad to have empathy. All right, so if you have not heard me call your name out, please let me know. I am about to call names, or one name, really. I want to tell you one thing, though. After we create this project next week, the week after, we're going to add to the project. And so the week after, I will have that one to show everyone. And then I'll say, right, whoever's on Live Antics today gets to choose the color for the item that we're adding to that project. Only one time that'll happen. Oh, what? That's pretty amazing. I do some unusual stuff like that. Yeah, you did call her name. Whose name? Oh, yes, I did. Yes, greens, yes. Are we getting to the point where I have to choose another color for the modesty top? We are. We're getting there. Just keep in mind, I haven't forgotten about you, Middle. And if that happens, it won't be on a normal Live Antics. It'll just be on a live. Like, it might even be on a Wednesday live, and I'll say, right, Middle, can you choose it? Whatever live I decide, that's the time to think about choosing another color. Can't believe I literally bought the green shirt to suit that cotton. And I don't know, I've never worn the shirt. Because I want to wear the... That's terrible, isn't it? Are we ready to call a name? 3. I think we're ready. 2. And 1. Oh, wait a minute. I've got 2. I'll put the back one in because you didn't see that. Whose is that one? Oh, it's upside down. Yvonne! Yvonne, now you get to choose one color out of the 4. I believe whoever chooses this color today, which is Yvonne now, is going to love what's coming out of it. I really do. All right, so we've got a red, we've got a blue. I said don't be frightened to choose a darker color, yeah? Guess what? We've got a grey, a light grey, which actually matches the blue. Not that it makes a difference. But guess what? That's the orange that Bendigo Woolen Mills no longer make. And I think I can get the project out of it. So there you go. And that way I can clear it off because I've not known what to do with this. And I've had this for years. And I'm talking years. This is one, oh, I don't even know how old. Maybe 10, 5 years, 6 years, 7. I can't remember. But that's how old it is. Black? There's no black there. Okay, it's like a dark blue. I'll tell you the colour of this one, actually. It's a nice colour. It's called Blue Denim, exactly. Then it's obviously Bendigo's red. And there's, what's that one called? That one is called Shadow. It's called Shadow, yeah? So you've got Shadow, red, denim blue, or orange. So, Yvonne, which colour would you like? You get to choose one colour, darling. Which colour would you like? Go, Yvonne. I'll give you a close-up. I'm trying to get all colours in. Whee! The blue, thanks, Mary. I'm so glad you chose that one. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything before. I don't know. But I am so glad you chose that one because this is a beautiful, it's not just your normal blue. Check that out. Look at that. Is it not divine? And the label is on it. So if you were wanting to make this, you would need an 8-ply luxury blue denim, which they make obviously still, which is good. I don't know how much I'm going to need yet though. So if you've got this in stock, or you can use any color for this project, it's just that we've got Yvonne who's chosen this color here. So Yvonne, that's a really good choice. I'm going to write your name down because I will forget. I will forget for sure. Yvonne. And it's called Blue Denim. Blue Denim. And I've even popped the project there. Oh, what? But you won't know what it is until I do it. Now, that's not going to happen, Yvonne, not this week at all. It won't happen till probably Thursday of the week after. Now, I say Thursday because I need to catch up on all of our live antics, and hopefully by Wednesday I will know whether or not Middle Earthians needs to re-choose a colour if I don't find that green. Now, the reason I haven't chosen yet Middle is because I'm still going through all the colours on the shelf and I'm bagging all the similar colours. So if I come across that green, I only need a small amount to make the modesty top. All right, so keep in mind, Middle, if that doesn't happen probably by this Wednesday, you will need to change colours. All right, but for now, I'm going to stick with the green. Yeah. All right, So I'm going to put this away. There's not too much space on my table. I'm wondering whether or not next time to make some new names, because there's a whole lot of names of a lot of people that don't get on. So I might need to make some new names. So there you go. Now, quick update again. If you haven't been here the whole time, we made this gorgeous little Easter bag, gift bag with all the yummies inside, with all the yummies in there. Don't you love it? And we also made the... I can get it. I never can get this up. It's because I keep messing it up. The David Beckham inspired tie. If you haven't made that, you must try and make that. That's a beautiful tie, and you can make it for your fellow or even for yourself. Now, quick heads up. And I've told this, I think I mentioned this story the other day. When I was in my younger day, which was, 2 weeks ago, right? I used to wear nice clothes to work because as a receptionist in the olden days, which was only a couple of years ago, you had to dress nicely, right? So I'd wear lots of nice skirt, suit outfits. They were skirt, jacket, little things. And there was this one outfit that actually, they were trousers, but they were nice striped trousers with braces, and it came with a tie. And it was a black tie. I loved that tie. As a woman, it was a thin tie. It went down there. It looked exactly like that tie, but it was thinner and just went straight down. Because for women, a tie would look different, right? So it went down there, all the way down, and I loved that tie. I saw you went live, but I was driving. Well, glad to have you here. You love blue as well, do you, Yvonne? That's great. You just missed out on Live Antics where a subscriber got to choose a colour, and the lovely Yvonne chose the blue denim. So I haven't got all the colours here with me, but Ashley chose purple, Jerry Cathy chose blue, Cara chose orange, green and yellow, and now Yvonne has chosen blue denim. This week you are getting 3 Live Antics projects because we are all caught up with our very large projects for the moment. Yeah. And next week we start this project, the one that Yvonne has chosen. Well, she doesn't know the project yet. We choose a project for that. Well, I know the project, but we'll do that project and then we'll restart one of our larger projects that we've been talking about since last year that we still haven't finished. All right. So I think we're almost up to date with some of those projects from last year. I need to check them out. I've got to check the list out before I do the video vlog, which is happening this Friday. The video vlog is coming this Friday. No ifs, no maybes. It's coming this Friday. The video vlog is coming. It's been 2 weeks. I keep skipping it. Oh, next week and next week and next. It just keeps going. This happens with the vlog. And I think from now on, the reason I hold the vlogs out is because I'm not ready for one project. And I think from now on, I'm just going to leave that one project out and still do a vlog because sometimes you need information on some of these other little projects that you have missed out on or haven't seen or want to see and don't know how to get a hold of them. And those vlogs are that kind of information. And they're also information about what's happening in the craft world at that time. Yeah. And they're also information on what's happening at craft events. If I go to craft events, they're information on other things and not just on the actual crochet projects that you see, or could be that I'm talking about the smaller ones and, loss of connection and all that jazz, that sort of thing. So it could be that I have other things I need to talk about that are not exactly crochet. Yeah. So I want to keep them. That denim yarn is beautiful. Yes, it is. And I give credit to Bendigo Woolen Mills for bringing this colour out because this was the right choice. They made the wrong choice getting rid of the beautiful orange. They do have other oranges. I'm sure they do. But this one was good. I really, really like this orange. Check it out. I would have used this orange for the project as well. I would have used the red because, me and my reds. And I would have used the grey and I would have used this one. I actually wanted to use this one, to be fair. And I think it's because here in Australia, it's our autumn. And we're heading into autumn, mid-autumn and then winter. And so the darker colours that are still bright, that are still stand out, like they really stand. Look at the colour on you. I mean, it depends on who you are. It might look different on you, but, everybody's skin is different. Let's get the lighter skin. Let's get the darker skin. Light, dark. Sun, no sun. So it depends on. She's so naughty, guys. You should see. You should see all here. That's dark, and everywhere else is like a little snowflake. This is what happens during summer. Because I don't like to go out in the sun. So when I go out, it's only small amounts of parts that are showing. They're the only parts that get tan. How bad am I? This is why I lack vitamin D. All right, so moving right along, guys. All right, so let's go back to all the chat. You love the blue as well. I'm great. I'm glad, Yvonne. Yes. Hello. Sorry, we saw that one already. Yes. Yes, denim. Yes. Laurie, it isn't it. Yes. 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 How's your finger, Mary? Oh, really good. Bandages off. There's minor clearing to do. It's like a little bit dark there and a little bit dark. Still a tiny little bit bruised there, but I can't feel anything, so there's no pain. So bandages off. Has been off during some tutorials as well. So you may have noticed it off during tutorials. Yes, yes, yes. But apparently my other hand is worse now. Just the look of it. This one looks better. I think it's because it's been bandaged and it's been clear of any dirt and dust and, spiders and lions and bears and tigers. Do you know what I mean? It's kept clean. Lions and bears and tigers. So yeah, I think it's just kept clean. So it's looking all right. But the nail has grown back onto the skin from the base where it had snapped in half. And I'm so glad that I didn't need a stitch, because that would have meant no nail at all. That I would have lost a nail completely. And I'm glad that I didn't need a stitch. There you go. All right, so moving right along, as you do. Yesterday was the first day of spring for me, says Middle. Oh, that's great. Oh, you're going, are you, Elaine? We'll see you soon, darling. You take care. Elaine, we have some news coming up in the future, so I just wanted to let you know. Keep your minds open. Make sure to click the like button. Thank you, guys. If you like the button or thumbs up, it costs you absolutely nothing. And it does mean the world to me, and it does show YouTube you want to see more of this, more of this, more of this. You want to see it more. And that's what it's all about, yeah? Sharing our craft. And today was my anniversary with my boyfriend. And instead of getting the 3 hours we had wanted to spend with me, we only got 45 minutes because of his work and having to help his daughter with a project. And you know what, Middle? That's what happens when they have family. You know that. Quick heads up. Thank you, Cara. Thank you, Yvonne. And happy anniversary. Yes. Yes, happy anniversary, Middle. We don't sing that song. We only sing the happy birthday one. We don't sing the happy anniversary one, but happy anniversary. 45 minutes is better than nothing at all. That's what I say. Yeah. All right. So moving right along, I can now bag the rest of the yarn that I took out. So I took it out of this bag here and all the other yarns. And now that actual red, that's the red I was talking about that belongs to this. That's the same dye lot as that one there. And I mentioned that the other day to some of our subscribers. And check this out. Ta-da! I even started the ribbing. I was going to take... I was going to play with something else. Actually, I wasn't going to take it undone. I was going to play with something else. And then I thought, no, there's only one dye lot. I'm not going to play with it, and put it in the bag and didn't do it again. As you do. All right, so that's live antics for this Saturday. We do live antics every Saturday, except when there's, Christmas or when we're in the middle of big projects. And right now, we don't have any projects that are big yet. But it's coming. Keep your eyes peeled. It's coming. Now, I do need to go through our past video vlog where it talks about what we're supposed to be, the beginning of the year one, if you will. The beginning of the year video vlog where it talks about all the projects that we're making throughout the year. And it gives you kind of like a rough look. It doesn't tell you every project. It just gives you a rough look at what you might see during the year. And I mentioned all of the larger projects. I always mention the big projects so you know those big projects are coming. So we have completed the big projects to date. That doesn't mean we've completed all the projects from last year yet because I can't remember what was on the list. So that's what the video vlog will talk about this Friday. I'll have to go through and check all the items that we needed for try that again. Check all the items we missed out on doing last year that we should have done this year. Yeah. All right. So grabbing our diary, just to let you know, Thursday, the 3rd of April, you are getting part 4, step 4 of our 12-step transition blanket. Thursday, the 3rd of April. Now, I've already started recording that. What? And, you know, say I already started recording because what I do is I only do one row. And then, that night I'll do another row. I don't do all the rows and get them done in the first, I don't sit there for hours and hours. I just haven't got that time. I don't have time. I literally, and I've done a joke about it on one of my funny videos where I pretend it was just a bit of fun. That's what my day was like, the day in the life of Mary. And I did a bit of a joke about it. But the reality is, when you see me setting up the table, I actually might pop that video up on the on our community board post just for fun. And I might pop the link in this live after the live in the comment section down below, or not the comment section, the more section down below. Because I did for a joke where I set up the yarn on the table and I put the hooks around and I went around the table and worked like that for a joke, a whole lot of silliness. But the reality is I do work that way. All of the projects are set up on the table, which is why sometimes I've messed up a hook size. So what I've done is I set the 5 or 6 different projects that we're working on. And we do work on more than one, especially when we're doing the larger projects. And instead of waiting 6 weeks before I upload another project to finish off that large project, I pop a few little ones up as well. And so what I do is I pop them all out on the table and I do 1 row or 2 rows of each project in the one day. So I don't actually complete that one project in that day, unless it's a small one. Like for the Easter bag, I did that in the one day. I recorded it in the one day. I didn't do it in the one day. I recorded it in one day, and it took me hours of editing and playing around with it over the few days, yeah? So with the larger projects, I just do 1 row. So with our blanket, our annual project, that is, the 12-step transition blanket, I'm doing that daily. I'm not doing that all in one go. It would be silly to do that. I'd be sore and it would hurt, yeah? So on the 3rd of April, you will be seeing part 4, or step 4, if you will, of our 12-step transition blankie. So very excited about that. And so I just thought I'd let you know what's happening with that. So keep in mind that you've got about a week and a half, 2 weeks, week and a half, something like that, for your project to be complete. For your part 3, your step 3 to be complete, so that we can move on and do step 4. So there you go. And I'm missing all the chat. This happens sometimes. It just disappears on me. Green says, water time. Cheers, Green. Camille, oh, you missed it, hun. Yeah, only just sweet. I did do it a tiny, tiny little bit early, like, maybe 10 minutes earlier, 5 minutes earlier. We had a smaller live, so I thought I'd just get on and just do it quickly. And the other reason I did it quickly is because I was worried about loss of connection. So keep in mind that we did lose connection during the week just after I uploaded. Oof, I was so nervous about that. I thought, oh my gosh, I hope the upload didn't fail. So there you go. And that's pretty much what is happening on the channel this week. Now, I've put it down here. Monday the 24th, Ashley. Tuesday the 25th, Sherry Cathy. Wednesday live, Cara is the Thursday. These are the names I put on. And the video vlog is Friday. Now, that could change. All of those names are getting crocheted this week. Not the names, but the project. And if one is finished before the other, that will go up first. But at least you're getting Ashley, Sherry Cathy's, and Cara's tutorials up this week. It's all happening this week. Okay. Camille said, glad I could at least see. Oh, that's all right, Camille. We love to see you here too, darling. So happy to be here. I did step 3 twice day after it came out. I know you did 2 parts of the blanket. You did 2 blankets, 1 part, but two blankets. She's making 2 at a time, Ashley. She's so funny, Ashley, and fast. Fast, very fast. I've made up my mind. My blanket is going to be different shades of blue. Yvonne, that's fantastic. And you know what? I I am going to make something like that in the future, but I'm thinking squares, right? Because I don't know if I remember showing you, or I remember showing you years ago. It might have been, I would say the first year, second year that I started it with. I've been trying to find the video vlog. I took the video vlog outside, yeah, at the front yard, on the car. I wasn't on the car. I used my, I wasn't on the car. I put the projects on the car and I was showing you the items from the car. And yeah, I did do the live thing. I think it was a live. It might have been a video. That's the thing. It's the reason why I can't find it. No, it's not a live. It was never a live. It would have been a video vlog. I would never do a live outside. It's too dangerous. You don't know what's going to happen. An earthquake, you know. The car explodes. I don't know. I would never be able to do it outside. It's just far too dangerous. You never know what's going to happen next. And the world is full of odd things, yeah. So I'm sure I did a video vlog with the project, and what it was it was either a blue or a red. I'm trying to remember because I made both. They center stitch. It was a granny squares. There was a center of dark blue, then a very light blue, and a medium blue, and then the dark blue again. Yeah, I made all the squares, and I did them in red as well. Dark red, like a darky kind of cream it was, not even normal cream. Then a light red, and then back into the dark red. So I had made the blue blanket and the red blanket. I've done all the squares like that, and I'd put them together and did the border round in the darkest blue or in the darkest or the strongest red, not the darkest, the boldest. I think it would have been the normal Bendigo red too, mind you. And so I had both those blankets there, and I'm pretty sure I showed you one physically and one I had to do via picture on the screen because I didn't have the actual blanket with me. And I am trying to find that video vlog. I'm starting to believe I deleted it because I did delete a handful of videos. If you remember years ago, it wasn't that long ago, it might have been a year and a half, 2 years, I accidentally deleted a whole row of videos on my YouTube channel instead of one. I clicked the top one and it said, there's 32 something videos, and I didn't even click to what it said, or 30 videos, something like that. And would you like to delete them all? And I said, yeah, sure. It says you can't undo this. No problems. Bang. 30 videos gone. So I tried to re-upload all those videos. I'm thinking there was a few video vlogs that might have been deleted along with that. So it's likely that got deleted. Don't you love it? It's likely. All right. I hope step 3 evens out my stitch count, keeps changing. Yes, it does. Your stitch count should only change from 129 to 128 occasionally. That's all middle, so it shouldn't keep changing any more than that. Only fast because I don't really have much on. That's all right, Ashley. Marty says, I don't think the neighbours would be at all surprised to see you on the car. They'll probably see you coming out, wonder what are you going to do? There are many times they've come out and I've been on the ground taking photos, lying down on the ground or sitting with my hello up in the air at the back, head down and everything else up in the air. I can imagine what they think. I can just imagine, oh, she's at it again, guys. The nutcase is at it again. I am the crazy neighbour that you get scared of. Oh, that is me. That's brutal. Oh, look, don't you know Marty? Oh, Laurie, you don't know Marty. Oh, you got to know Marty. Middle, so did I. I just kept alternating as needed. Yes. I'm going with it. Hope I get back up to the 128, 129 stitches after row 6, I get 126. Oh, if you're getting less stitches, then that's not right middle. You should only have, look, it should start off with 129 stitches for the first 3 rows, I think. Then it goes up on the 4th row, it goes to 128 with the way the V-stitch works. And you work on 128 all the way through until you get to the top. Yeah. When you get to the top, you just wait there and we get on to the next project. That's how it should work. Yeah. Would make me sad to accidentally delete. Oh, 30 videos, Camille. 30, not one. 30 straight in a row. And, you know, I saw it happening. And, you know, when you see it happening, you know it's happening, but you still do it. It's like, I don't know why I did. It said there, if you delete these, not this. I went to delete one video. One video. Because I thought I put the wrong one up, so I had to quickly delete it. So I suppose because I was rushing, I wasn't really thinking well. So when you do something, don't rush, guys. And so I clicked on the top button instead of that one video, which was the very top video. I clicked on, so you know how you have your, look, you would know this, Laurie, you have your videos in a row and you've got your little boxes there. And you click on that box and that's that video there and you can delete that video. But up the top, you have a box that you can click for that whole row, which is the whole 30 videos on the page, which is what I did. I clicked on that one. I'm still kicking myself all these years later. Then what I did, lucky for me, and you're going to find this weird, at the time I was taking photos of each page because I was, another stupid thing that happened to me, I'm just lucky like that. My post office, local post office, closed after 90-something years, which meant I lost my post office box. They weren't offering us to keep the boxes there and we just go there, and they weren't offering that to us. They said you have to move box. So I panicked and thought, oh gosh, I've got to change hundreds and hundreds of videos because my post office box number is in hundreds and hundreds of videos. So what I did was I took a photo of each page and just marked off the ones that I had done, the ones that I had posted. At that time, I had to get it all done within the week because I was still uploading and that was going to move everything down. So I did it all, most of it. I think I still haven't done all of it, but that was the back ones, all the backlog ones, yeah. I believe I haven't finished it all. God, I better check. I should check, shouldn't I? And so I thought, lucky I had taken a picture of each page. So what I did was I went back to that page. It was just so lucky. And I went through and popped them all on and just, you know, and then all of them, I found all of them except one tutorial, which I had no idea where it went. So guess what I did? I made it again and uploaded. It was the blue, what was it? It was blue. I remember that. Granny Square shrug. It was a big Granny Square blue shrug. And it took me hours to redo the whole thing again. And I gave the first shrug away to a family member because I'm just smart like that. And the other one I sold at Pipeworks Market was the only largest thing I sold at Pipeworks Market. Otherwise, everything was small. What was real popular at the market was puppets. I changed the subject there. But anyway, so that's how I accidentally deleted all those videos and then re-uploaded all of them except that one with the jacket, which I had to remake, and probably that video vlog as well. Now that I look back at it, I would have gone through and said, can't find the vlog, I'll try it next week, and never did it. I need to find the list. If I can find it, I doubt I'll find it. But anyway, that was a little bit too much information, wasn't it, guys? But it happened. Marty, because we've been in the naughty corner together. But that's it. Done again with not getting it right. Oh, middle. You know what you should do? You should just call it for that one and just put one of the last projects in. Just add the next step, the earlier step, yeah? The next step is very easy. It's a little bit long and tedious. It's long because the stitches are smaller, but it's easy. It's very easy. There's no stitch count that you need to worry about, yeah? Very easy. Yes, says Camille. Actually, I just kept adding the extra stitches to keep at 129. Oh, that's all right. Just know that when you're doing part 3, I will ask people to add the extra stitch. Try part 4. Step 4, I will tell people to add the extra stitch for step 4. So if you've already added that extra stitch, don't do it in step 4, or you'll be 2 stitches more than you should have. Yeah, so be careful with that. I will say you need to have 129 stitches. If you don't have 129 stitches in step 4, this is what you need to do. Because I won't have 129 stitches. I'll have 128 stitches. And that's just the way it goes. It's the way it goes. The select all button, always dangerous. Yes, I know, Laurie, and I got caught. And it was my fault because I was in a hurry to delete that one video, which was not supposed to be uploaded. It wasn't edited. It was just a video which it was just me talking about something, and then I'm going, oh gosh, and I'm, getting upset about it. And I thought, oh, it's got to come off. It's got to come off. So I deleted, assuming I deleted that one video, deleted the lot. And that'll teach me, yeah. I'll probably make lots of mistakes too when I start my blanket part. Step 3 is a bit tricky, Yvonne. And step 2 even as well, because you need to accidentally lose a stitch, but it's not accident. I planned it that way. You need to lose a stitch, and I tell you when to add the stitch, and that's further on in the next tutorial, that kind of thing. Lots of work. I know, Camille, it did take me hours and hours, and it was such a waste of time. And I'm talking not just hours, we're talking days, even weeks to catch up on things. And every now and then I'd try to pop a tutorial up with the stress and everything. Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy for a while. I reckon it, and I actually still hadn't sorted it out even weeks later, because there were some projects that someone got back to me and said, Mary, I can't find part 2 and 5 of this. I'm thinking, what do you mean? I couldn't have skipped part 2 and 5. What happened to part 3 and 4? They're there. How come the other ones aren't? How does that work? And so I just re-uploaded them. Whenever someone said it's not there, I went and checked it out, and I thought, oh my gosh, how come that wasn't there? So there were some videos that didn't go up that should have. So whether I started making a few more and it moved the rest down into the next page, not sure how this has worked. I don't know what I did, but there was 30 videos gone all at once, and that'll teach me. Might do step 1 again because of that last row that you start with step 3, okay? So I will ignore where you say to add that stitch to the next step. Yes, I'll say, look, if you have 129 stitches, stay there. But if you don't have 129 stitches, this is what I want you to do. So I'll show you where to add as well. And water time says green. Cheers. Let's have water. The other thing I want to mention, and I'm moving out the way, so I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't, but there's a lot of purchased yarn from the Australian Sheep and Wool Show. And this is a fancy stuff where people have hand-dyed yarn, right? In there is a button I bought specifically for this particular yarn. This is a light, thin cotton. Let's try wool. A light, thin wool. So it may be something that I need to make gradually and then upload on the channel. You won't see it being done at the same time because it'll take too long to create. So if it takes too long to create and we do part 1, you won't get part 2 for 3 weeks or something. Do you know what I mean? So it will be something that you will see on the odd occasion. Yeah. All right. So that's that. We've got more dyed yarn. Back here is where all my good stuff is. That's why I say the naughty corner, because it's not a naughty corner. It's a good corner. That's the corner you want to be in, where all the good yarn is. Now this yarn up here, this is not the yarn dyed yarn. That's moving, and all of the yarn dyed stuff is going up. So you can see the fancy yarn. Yeah. Now, I don't keep the fancy yarn here. This is all just decent yarn that you can use, and it'll be nice on. But fancy yarn here is the stuff that's, I don't know. You could call it the yarn dyed stuff, but it's not just the yarn dyed yarn. It's yarn that's quite expensive, and it's rare. You don't get to use it very often. So I put it in what I call the naughty corner. And it's not the naughty corner. It's a good corner to be into. And so there you go. And so letting you know, the reason I'm talking about that is we're going to start using some of our hand-dyed yarn on the channel. But you can use the opposite. So if you've got say if it's a DK weight, you can use any DK weight. Or if it's a 10 ply or 4 weight, you can use that. If it's a 3 weight, you can use that. If you don't have the hand dyed yarn like I do, it doesn't mean you don't get to do the tutorial. It just means you use whatever DK weight or 4 weight that you have in stock, any 10 ply or any DK weight. And sometimes some of the yarn I'm going to be using in the future, you're going to get some big chunky, I call it chunky monkey yarn, but it's not chunky monkey. There is a yarn called chunky monkey, right? But you're going to get some big chunky yarn in the future that I've got here in my stash that I never use because I don't know what to make with it. So if I'm making something for the channel, then I've got something to use that yarn for. So you're going to get to see something chunkier, chunkier if you think about it in the future. And if I've got different colors, we can use it as a live antics project too. So that's even a lot more fun as well. So just letting you know that the naughty corner is actually the corner where I keep the yarn dyed yarns. And the fancy yarn. You will be seeing more of that on the channel this year. Last year we did the fingerless gloves, and we made those gloves from, oh gosh, the name of that fella just gets my, I'm trying to look for it. I know I've got, don't go away. I can see it where it is. And then we can talk about that yarn. I can see it. I'm sure I can see it. Talk amongst yourselves. Here it is. There it is. Hello. Okay. His yarn is called, and it doesn't help when they do the writing so small, but his yarn is called, and we did this, Bellevue Park. It's so, look how small the writing is. I struggle to see the writing on the screen here. It's double the size. And his yarn is called, it's Bellevue Park Farm, right? So he calls it Bellevue Park yarn. Grab the fancy yarn while she's away, yeah. And we made the fingerless gloves for Father's Day, actually, but you can make it for anything else. And actually, it's gender friendly, so you can make it for any member of your family, which is good. And if you look carefully, you can see the different dyes, the different greens that he's dyed, the lighter greens, the darker greens. And we used the grey, the green, and I can't remember the other colour. I've got to find those gloves. They're here somewhere. No one's used them. And I just kept them in a bag, so I need to find them and maybe gift them to someone because, you know, they're sitting in a bag doing nothing. And so we used that yarn, which wasn't cheap. We used that yarn for the channel. I believe I got some of it on special because I bought quite a bit from him and I was going to make something on the channel. So he looked after me, I looked after him. We did some beautiful stuff together, as you do. And you know I like to support the farmers. So come July, when we have the Australian Sheep and Wool Show, I will be there supporting farmers. If you are not a part of the Australian Sheep and Wool Show here in Bendigo every year, Victoria, Bendigo, it's not local to me. I have to drive out as well. I have to stay overnight. Let's try over weekend there. So my hotel is booked and I'm going to the show. Last year I went to the show and I bought some of that. In fact, that particular orangey red yarn, that was purchased last year. And I bought plenty of yarn last year, but I was really unwell. I got there Friday morning, spent half a day there, started feeling a bit tired. I thought, I'm only tired. I'll go back to the hotel and I'll sleep tonight. And then I'll spend Saturday and Sunday all day. And I won't be so tired, maybe the drive. Well, I got to my hotel room by about 6 o'clock. I couldn't even focus. I was so sick until Sunday about midday. So I missed all day Saturday, half the day Friday, all day Saturday. I drove into the show for about an hour Sunday morning, purchased what I needed to purchase for the channel, and went home. So there was no enjoying last year. It was a waste of time me going last year. But I did purchase some yarns, which we used on the channel, which was this yarn for Father's Day, and some of the other fancy yarn as well. So I purchased the yarn there, and that's what's going to happen this July as well. I will give everyone the dates next week. So if they're interested in going to the Australian Sheep and Wool Show, I will be doing that with the video vlog that's happening on Friday. Really important to talk about that. And if anyone is at the show and wishes to catch up, we can meet somewhere at one of the venues there, one of the little cafes there or something there. We can meet somewhere there. You know, it's going to be cold. It's going to be wet maybe. It's going to be yucky. So we'll meet somewhere nice and warm. Somewhere nice and warm. All right, so moving right along. Gorgeous, says Green. Thank you, Green. Oh, Dorothy, we'll see you soon, darling. You take care. Don't worry, Marty. I already have Yvonne, naughty girl. Carla, hi, Carla. Lovely to have you here, Carla. She doesn't understand me. I don't understand her, but we always say hello when she comes on. We love each other. We don't know why. We know why, because we're all yarny girls. And Marty and Kenneth, if he's still on, he said hello before and then he disappeared. Marty, if you didn't know Kenneth has been around, believe it or not, longer than you, as one of our fellas, but he doesn't get on the live very often. He doesn't get to watch us very often because he's got his own life, as we do. And Kenneth has been around, I believe, longer than you. Marty, you're going to have to, pick up your game a little bit. Stay longer. She's so naughty. So there you go. We did beautiful gloves making this gorgeous yarn last year. And we're going to do more of that. We're going to use more. I'm buying this yarn and not using them. They're staying in that corner. I do for a joke, naughty corner this, naughty corner that. But the fact is, I'm not using this yarn. That's a reality. So I need to use it. I want to spin my own yarn. Ooh, good luck with that middle. That's a lot of work. I had Marty on my live on Wednesday. Oh, that's nice, Marty. Good on you, Marty, for popping into Middle's live. Oh, you're so cute. I went on, whose live did I go on the other day? They were on just as I turned off my channel and turned everything off, was ready to just sit down, and she gets up. Oh, what's her name? Well, I can't remember her full name, but her name's Manuela. I can't remember. Oh, did I write it down? Oh, I did. Yay. I wrote her name down. Lady Crochet Manuela. Yes. I wrote it the other day because we were going to have a little chat. I was going to check out her channel, and I did. And I was quite taken back by her channel. Yes, Lady Crochet. She's lovely. I've checked out her channel. She does a lot of work. She works a lot. She really does work a lot. Good on her. So, yeah, I accidentally popped in. I didn't accidentally. I saw it come up on my screen. Split second after turning everything off, I thought, oh, what's that? Let's click on that. Oh, would you look at that? There she is. And so I said hello. I just happened, I couldn't stay long because I had to have dinner. Actually, it would have been yesterday because I had to have dinner with a friend. And last night was the dinner with a friend. So I don't even remember what day it is. I don't remember days. So I had dinner with a friend last night, which was good. Yes, that was nice. Nice to have dinner out. And so I was on her live for about 10 minutes, maybe, saying hello, checking out what she was making. It was good fun. I can't always get on people's lives. I don't get a lot of time to do that. I work a lot, so constantly working. But if I'm not counting anything and I'm just going, I will watch a live. If I have to count, I can't watch lives because I can't count, concentrate. I don't know how people can do it. If you can count and concentrate at the same time, go you. More power to you, because I just can't do it. I have tried it. It doesn't work. It does not work. So there you go. All right. So moving right along, guys, I think I'll give you a quick update one more time of what's happening, and then I might just head off, unless you have something else you wish to discuss. But real quickly, letting you know, April the 3rd, which is Thursday, you will be getting step 4 of our 12-step transition blanket. So that's our annual project, and we are at step 4, which is very exciting. And Monday, you're getting Ashley's live antics. Tuesday, Sherry Kathy's live antics. Thursday, Kara's live antics. Friday, video vlog. And that's all considering I don't get sick. Don't you love it? She just plans herself around being unwell. You never know. We're heading into the yucky months. It can happen. If I do step 1 again, I'll be ready for step 4. Yes, you can do that. I need to decide on a color combination for the transition blanket and get caught up. Just know, Marty, with the transition blanket, and there's a lot of people having trouble with it, I am changing stitch count. Not all the time, right? It's changed because if I want to keep that pattern in there, it needs to lose a stitch or add a stitch. But I even it all out in the end, and when you pop a border around it, it won't be noticed. So what I'm doing is trying to show people that you can change a stitch count if it's just one stitch. If it's more than one stitch and you've got 5 stitches, your blanket's going to go like that. It's going to go like that. And then, but if it's one stitch, it can be sorted out. And it's a way of learning how to adjust your stitch count and still have the blanket look gorgeous. So keep that in mind. A lot of people saying, but I don't know if I have that. No, that was planned. Part 2 and part 4 have planned stitch count. Let's try that again. Part 2 and part 3 have planned stitch counts. So they change their stitch count by 1 stitch. And then they are fixed up on the first 2 rows of the next step. It's the second row, I think, of the next step. Can't fix it on the first row because the color change is too strong. Yeah. If you don't have a strong color change, you can fix it wherever you want. But if you've got a color change like me, we always fix that on the second row of the next step. All right, keep that in mind. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with step 3. Yeah. Are you putting the stitch marker on the 5th last stitch? If you're putting the stitch marker on the 5th last stitch, you shouldn't have a problem, middle. Look forward to giving it a go. I've watched the videos and the instructions are very detailed, and as always, one stitch won't make a huge difference and allows flexibility. The idea, Marty, is to show everybody how to adjust, and the way it works is that each stitch pattern is different. So you may find that some of them are going to have a different stitch count, but again, it will only be 1 stitch difference. Or it might be that I will actually adjust the pattern where it's supposed to end on a double crochet, let's say for argument's sake, and I keep it on a single and say next row, make sure you start on a double or make sure you start on a single. Like I will tell you how to start each row so you won't mess up the pattern, but the pattern may not, in general, may not end on that stitch. But to keep it the same stitch count, I've had to change it to suit. So there are going to be some changes with the blanket. That's the idea of doing something a little bit more challenging than what you're used to, is to try something that is challenging, that's not going to be completely easy, but not completely difficult as well. Or completely difficult as well. So keep that in mind. Guys, I am going to head off. Don't forget this is the only Easter project you're getting this year. So it's not called the Easter bag. It's just called hexagon bag. I thought I'll just name it the hexagon bag. Yeah, it's a small hexagon bag. We are going to be creating a larger one in the future. So keep that in mind if you're wanting a larger hexagon bag. Not happening for a while yet. We could turn it into a Live Antics project, maybe. Well, we need to choose the yarn for it anyway, so maybe. That's all I want to say about that. Cheers quickly. Have a quick drink. But I do want to thank everyone for joining us today. Don't forget to join us on Wednesday at 4 p.m. for our midweek live. At this stage, middle, you may find out on Wednesday whether or not we're changing colours or whether or not I find that green. Yeah. In the meantime, guys, look forward to seeing our projects this week. My name is Mary. This is Crochet Designs. Try to be good. Ciao for now. Bye all.